Hey guys, this is Coach Derek, co-host of the Soapboxing Podcast. Man, ever since I found this Anchor app, I tell you, podcasting has become a lot simpler and a lot easier to do. They distribute the podcast over several platforms, and you have to do no work. I tell you, man, if you're interested in doing podcasting, you need to download the Anchor app. That's ANCHOR.FM. You can get started today with the Anchor app and do whatever your heart desires.
All right. Good afternoon. It's your boy, Manny Fresh, along with the Pontiff of Pugilism, Derek Collinsworth. It's another episode of Soapboxing Podcast. Let's get it started.
Oh, look at this hardware, man. S-C-A-A-D-O. Got the Latin American camera.
They got some trainers say, and some fighters say, well, I don't watch videos of the guy fighting. I let the coach watch it. This, hey, man.
Guys, one thing we know for sure about Wilder, he hit you clean. Right. And this woman whooped the whole world twice. The whole world.
All right. Good afternoon. Hey, real quick, if you're watching this on YouTube, because that's actually the only place we're steaming it right now, because somebody got banned for 24 hours. And that was me. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and share it on Facebook for us, and then we'll go ahead and add it to our Facebook page later on this evening once the ban is lifted. Damn,
That's what you were saying, bro?
Yeah, I got I can't post nothing for 24 hours. Damn you, Mark. Damn you.
You gotta stay out them Trump fucking conspiracy sites, man. I keep telling you.
Well,
you done hung yourself.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll take the charge on that one. All right, man. Well, other than that, man, we back live. We have our guest, man, PORKCHOP. We have Alejandro Guerrero. What's the dang deal, my man?
Nothing much, man. Staying strong, staying safe,
That's what's up. Hey, real quick, man, before we get into everything, where'd you get the name PORKCHOP from?
It all started off in my gym over there in Dallas, man. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I represent Dallas from, I grew up there. That's my hometown. So it all started back there in it's called Urban Police Athletic League. It's a gym that I got my name from. So I was a little chunky back then. And
nice.
It just stuck through me. It just stuck to me, man. I mean, I didn't get offended by the name, so it was whatever. I was like, screw it, that's my name now. Yeah,
and you run with it. Shit.
That's the best. That's the best nicknames, man. When it's authentic, it comes from somewhere. You always had that name. I tell you what, and PORKCHOP sticks out, man. So everybody, that's how I know you. I watched the sport one day, and I said, "Who is that?" And Rudy said, "That's PORKCHOP, man." So I've been running with that. And when I see you fighting on the tube, I say, "Man, that's PORKCHOP. Y'all tune in, man." That boy's bad.
It's a funny name, man, and they take it as a joke until they see me in that ring, man. I'm beating the crap out of people,
1,000%.
They think it's
his name forever,
They think it's funny until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, definitely.
So 12-0, brother, man. You're off to a hell of a start. 9 fucking knockouts. You super light. Are you super light, right?
Well, I'll take fights at 130, 135, and 140.
Damn. Let's get them lined up.
I get, man. I'm taking them.
But so walk us through your amateur career and how you got us up to pro.
Well, it all started off with amateur career. I was at an tournament. Robert Garcia actually messaged me through Instagram telling me if whenever I'm ready to start my professional career, that I was ready to fly out there and start training with him. So, man, I took that opportunity as soon as I could, and I just flew out there, and that's how it all started off with Robert Garcia.
Really? Out in L.A.?
Sure. No, it was actually in Riverside, California.
Riverside. That's right.
Man, Robert produces, man, out there. Were you still living in Dallas and traveling out there to train?
Oh yeah,
How was it working?
I was in Dallas, man. I had to work and stuff, and I would fly out there for 2-3 months, train, and then fight, come back home, fly back out in 2 weeks. It was crazy, man. I had to go back and forth a lot. It was hard. It was hard. I mean, I had to manage fucking food. I had to manage everything on my own. I mean, I come from Dallas, and I mean, what we got is not a lot. So shit, I had to.
Well, and I imagine the work out there was rough too, right? They got fighters, man. So uh, besides having to manage everything, then the work is rough, or what? Or no?
The work out there, training wise or
Sparring wise?
sparring wise, man. It's not any different, man. I mean, everybody I go up against is always the same competition to me. I mean, I'm always the strongest one out there, and I
Right.
want to be the toughest one in the ring. I'm gonna stay in the middle and fight you till I'm done. I'm not gonna back off. So, and I did have some good sparring out there though, with all the 130, 135 pounders that Robert Garcia has. So
Right.
yeah, I was allowed to spar some of the fighters because I mean I walk around 148, 150, which is pretty heavy, and those guys are already walking around weight, So
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay. So
stronger than,
how long did you try to make it work, going back and forth? How many fights or whatever?
I gotta say it was about 8 fights. 8 fights I went like that, and then after a while, man, I ended up losing everything because of the same reason, going back and forth. I mean, I didn't have nowhere to stay. I would stay at the camps, and then just managing with money, man. That's what kind of screwed everything up, and yeah, it was tough to get back on track. Now that I came and moved out here to Houston, I mean, I settled down. I got a house and everything,
Hey, so
Yeah, I seen you have a. Are you married or is she girl?
Not be, yes, we're gonna get married as well when everything gets better,
You got a small baby too, right?
Yeah, he's a year
Oh
now.
no.
And
Yeah.
not too long ago with because I got a little cold. I'm like, man, I got fucking COVID, Dude, I had to go straight to the COVID rapid testing. I got rapid tested. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
negative. I'm good,
Yeah.
Thank God everything came out good. I was negative, and it's all going away now, man. I'm still training and I'm still pushing it hard.
How did you go ahead, man?
All right. So for from Dallas, being from Dallas, growing up in Dallas, how old were you when you first stepped into a gym in Dallas?
Well, it all started off, man. I was a troubled kid,
Mm-hmm.
I was getting into trouble.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. That never happened. Go ahead, bro.
Service cleaning up that gym for about a whole year, man. I had to clean that gym for a whole year straight, clean toilets, clean everything. So my brother started training while I was cleaning the gym, and I started just sticking after every time I was done. I would stick around and watch my brother train, and that's how it all started off. I'm like, man, I like this. I think I'm just gonna stick to this and continue.
How old were you at that point?
I was 10, man. I was 10 years.
Man.
Yeah, I was.
Right.
I was heading towards a bad path, and then everything just.
So from 10 to what point? At what age did you start flying out to California to train with Robert Garcia?
Oh no, that was way like that was already once I turned 17.
That was
at a national tournament already. That's when he told me, "Hey, look, you're at a good age to start your professional career." And I mean, I just took that opportunity and started flying out there since 17, 18.
And then from California, did you make your way back to Dallas, or did you come to Houston?
Well, I ended up meeting a trainer, so I flew out to Houston. I was flying out to Houston, doing a 2-week little training.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of started off coming to Houston more often, But it was nothing serious. It was more of like just coming out here, getting sparring, training, and then going home, going back to this. And then when I got a call for a fight is when I would fly out to California. So I would stay ready until they called me and then fly out to California.
And so now, how long have you been in Houston? How many years now has it been?
It's been like 2 years already, a year and a half. I've been out here. Yeah.
And how you enjoying it? Because ain't no secret, Dallas and Houston. How does that play a role in your life or not? Not really.
Yeah, it does, man. A big. Already. Oh, what's up, man? We hang out with people from Houston, from Dallas, and we know everything, So at the end of the day, we grew up here. We know what it's like. Shit, we gotta live this life regardless, and just hustle and make things happen because nothing's gonna come to you handed,
That's what's
Tell me
up,
how
man.
you ended up with Rudy, brother.
Rudy, man.
How you in other words, how you got to Houston?
Yeah.
What was the catalyst for that?
Yeah, I was actually training with a guy named David Martinez. He was actually training me out here in Houston. So I would go to gyms and spar, and we would spar Rudy's guys a lot. And Rudy knew I was the real deal, So he would always put me against his toughest fighters he had, and he would see that I would walk through him, So we got in good contact, and he became a good friend of mine. And then once I broke ties with that one trainer, I ended up hitting up Rudy, and I asked him, like, hey, do you have any time to train me? I can get it ready for a fight. I would like to use you as my trainer. So I started, man, and he ended up being a good coach for me.
Nice. So you went from training with Robert Garcia to David. You talking about David Martinez with the gym downtown?
Yes, correct.
How did that happen?
Shoot, how did that happen, man? I don't even remember how that happened. Yeah, there's so much crap going on, man. I don't even remember. It's just.
Happened to walk into his gym.
Yeah, it just happened to walk into his gym. He made me an offer. He said, "Hey, look, come train with me. I'll train you for this fight." And it just happens like that, I mean.
Absolutely. So you reached out to Rudy. So is Rudy? Where's Rudy? Where y'all working out of? O Athletic or what? Or where y'all working out of?
We actually train from O Athletic. We go to different gyms since I'm getting ready for a fight. I have to do different sparring sessions with different people. I'm using people who are fighting at 147 right now because I mean I need the bigger opponents and I'm taking them on, So we're going back and forth to different gyms, just getting sparring, and then after sparring, then I do my training there at the same gym. For example, Eastside Boxing Gym. We go to Athletic. We go to what other gyms do we go to?
Wherever Rudy sees.
Oh, correct. We go to H-Town Boxing more than anything. I mean, that gym's it's an amazing gym and it's a good gym to train. They got good bags and everything. So,
do you have a date right now, PORKCHOP, or what?
Yes.
Or was it?
I'm actually fighting on February 17th.
Out in Connecticut,
okay.
Huh?
Yes, out in Connecticut.
Okay. Are you
So you in camp right now?
Yes, I'm in camp right now. Correct.
Full-fledged. Are you I tell you, man, with him and oh shit, brain fart. the little black kid, man. You know what I'm talking about? Real good fighter.
Talking about Breon?
Breon,
yeah, man.
My bad, Breon. You know I'm a fan, bro. I just had, we've been working all morning. Breon, you y'all spar? Y'all work or what?
Oh yeah, definitely. I get good work with him. He's a heavier fighter than me, and he gets.
Man.
He can fight.
Yeah, he can fight, man. Both of y'all. I enjoy watching y'all spar. Both of y'all when I see you, man. So you got the date in Connecticut. Is it on a?
Yes, this fight will be televised on Showtime as well, man. And I promise y'all, I'm gonna come stronger than I was my last fight. Like I said, I'm already to that point where I can tell I feel better than the day of the fight. Right now I'm already walking around 80% ready. Shit, at that fight I was at a 60%.
And this is going to be a tough fight too, right? Because your opponent Abraham Montel, he's 19-2, 14 knockouts. So this isn't. Are you looking at this fight as a step up fight? What kind of message? What kind of message you looking to send?
The opening door for me, man. I'm gonna go in there, do what I gotta do, take this guy out quick, And as soon as everybody sees that I can hang with those guys that have that much record under their name, and because I know this guy's held some titles before, some Mexican titles before. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go in there, do what I gotta do, and show everybody that these guys, I'm gonna walk right through them.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Pork Chop. I'm a real fan, bro. So I immediately called Rudy. I think the next day after your fight, and I could see you was off, but I also thought you pulled the fight out in the end. I thought you took over the fight and deserved the win. But I seen whatever was off. And seeing you in the gym, seeing you spar, it was I immediately knew you was off, and I didn't know that it was the opponent. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was like he was giving you something you never seen before.
Yeah.
I just thought it was you had an off night, bro. But I thought you came in the end and took the fight and won it. But if you telling me you was 60%, well, I was seeing whatever was off.
Yes, sir. I mean, everybody saw it. I mean, even the commentators on the fight, they I could just hear them, but I mean, at the end of the day, look, I pulled the fight off, and I knew I hurt this guy.
Yes.
I didn't look too bad. You understand? Like, it's just
well.
My point where I can do better. Like, I know I can do better, and I'm training harder now, and I'm working on the stuff that I need to. So this fight is going to be 100% better.
Every fight, and you young fighters, every fight is a learning experience, but also a performance by way of, when guys see you, when coaches see you, they know, okay, this kid had some problems in front of him and he overcame them. So it's not always about worrying about the off fight, dwelling on that. Right. You also show people, oh, well, he had all fight and then he came back and fought his ass back in this fight. So every performance is valuable, especially if you do a come from behind, let's say. This guy was winning some rounds and he came back. And how many rounds was the fight? It wasn't a long fight. How many rounds was it?
It was an 8-round fight.
8-round fight. So you had to get in there, get behind, make adjustments, and come back. So, I wouldn't dwell on it. I would leave it where it is. And then, like you seem like to be doing that. So, if you feeling better and you firing on all cylinders, I'm looking for a great performance on this next one.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Man, I'm telling you, I'm already there where I feel great. I mean, I'm walking around 8 pounds overweight and I'm all muscle now. But this fight, man, like even my last fight, man, you could see a little fat on my stomach. I was still, I didn't do everything the right way. So.
I'm sure it was a hell of a learning experience.
Definitely.
And you don't want
experience. I mean, since day one, man, I go in there and fight because I love this sport, and I mean, I do it for my family and all, and I know I have heart, so I go in there and I fight. I do what I gotta do. I win and I'm out. I go take 2 weeks, 3 weeks off and screw around, man. But it's not like that anymore. The level I'm at now is just
you gotta be There's no such thing as pissing off work. You got to be because
now that I have the opportunity to do that here, man. I mean, I've been working. I got an awesome job. I mean, that they give me all the time that I need. So I'm 100% towards all boxing now, which is better for me, and I'm 100% focused.
You're in a good place. You're in a good place all around.
And I think this is my first fight that I've been like that is 100%, because all my other fights, man, they've been bullshitted, and I've just threw them off, This fight, I'm all for it. Like I said, I mean, I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for the love of the sport. I got to win. There's no other option other than winning.
That's what's up. YouTube, we are live with Alejandro PORKCHOP Guerrero. Facebook, you'll be seeing this at a later time. Man, we talked about your record, undefeated, 12-0, 9 knockouts. You got some power behind you. Next fight coming up in Connecticut. It's going to be on Showtime. It's going to be another 8-rounder. Again, it's going to be a tough fight. It's not going to be a walkthrough. He's held some titles, some Mexican titles. He has some power as well. You're in the middle of camp. But let's talk about you. You were signed, huh? How long ago did you sign? And who you signed with?
Well, I was signed to Cameron Duncan.
Okay.
Cameron Duncan, and then I just recently signed another contract with Dimitri Salita Promotions.
Okay.
I know who that is. That's the Ghost. That's the Ghost people.
Yes.
That's Clarissa Shields people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who that is. Hey, tell her you know Coach Derek. I'm in good with this group.
So how's that? Go ahead.
So you left. Is Salita's your Are you still getting managed by Cameron or no?
Yeah. Cameron's still in.
Okay.
He
put you with Salita for a promoter.
Me personally, Rudy, we talk strictly to Cameron because Cameron's the one that got us to where we're at now. So
it's no secret, son, that I'm a big fan of your trainer, and you're in good hands, bro. So and he does. I've been knowing Rudy for years, man, and everything he does is up front. If he's saying this is what we need to do, I'm sure it's all transparent with you.
yes,
so if the Salita deal was where y'all need to be, I'm sure that's where you needed to be.
We should be real busy this year and start off this fight. It's just showing me that they're really trying to put me up there.
Oh, you show up and perform in this one. Some more doors open, and I'm gonna tell you, man. You young guys, man. Sometimes you see guys with that entertaining style, that bring eyes to the table, and so no off night or none of that shit don't matter, bro. The way you fight, man. If you fighting, I'm watching, right? It doesn't matter if it's a sparring session. So that's the same thing. When it transfers over to the TV, and when the eyes get to see you, that's all you need. So long as you do the work, and long as you're not, like you said, not coming in pudgy and shit. Nah, you in shape. You're gonna show improvement, man.
I'm in shape. And I already got a shit on, and that's
there you go.
Before,
There you go.
Now,
but very entertaining style, man. Go ahead.
Is making weight an issue for you at all?
No, not at all.
I was
now that I'm doing everything right, man. Like I said, I'm only 8 pounds over now, and shit, we still got 3 weeks left. And I already got a 6-pack going on. I got my muscles popping out, everything.
There you go. I was talking to a fighter the other day, and he's cutting weight, and we were talking shit, talking about how hard it is, especially when you get up in age, and you can work out. I can work out for a week, 2 weeks straight, man. Cut 10 pounds, and it just takes one cheat meal for my shit to skyrocket, and so it's frustrating as fuck, right? Because and then I like to eat, so the more I eat, it's tough, and with age, so it's good that at 22 you still it's still easy for you to cut weight. But I wanted to ask you. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck I want to ask you. Do you? I got distracted by the food.
What you know about this guy? It's a Mexican kid. It's coming from he's a Mexican fighter or what?
He's a Mexican fighter, man, and all I know is he comes forward a lot, and
this shit's about to be fun, man. This shit's about to be fun.
He comes forward and throws a lot of punches, man, but my power is gonna just back him up too.
Yeah, this is gonna be an exciting fight, man.
Very confident in my power, and I know what I have. And seeing this guy, he's good and all, but I'm just better.
Yeah, you on the A side on this.
Who's the main event in this show?
I'm not sure who the main event is, man. I'm not really too worried about that.
When is it? February what?
It's February 17th. It was supposed to be the 13th. They pushed it back a week.
Huh. This ain't Clarissa's show, huh? She's fighting. She got a date now.
No.
It ain't that.
Clarissa ain't boxing, is she?
It's a Russian.
Yeah, she got a boxing show. Yeah, she's fighting this white girl, foreign girl, I think.
Oh, no.
Huh. I don't know. I mix them all up, bro. It's too many dates to remember. So is it going? Do you know it's going to be on? Oh, you said Showtime. It's going to be on Showtime. Oh, okay. Her fight's on that fight TV app. So you on Showbox or whatever, Showtime.
Yes, sir.
I wonder who it is, man. I don't know.
It's a wrestler. I put his name up right now. We have that. I have that card on there real quick. Hopefully this doesn't cut off.
Man, but it sounds like you're in a good spot, bro. You're 22 years old, just bought a house, about to get married. You had a baby. You're signed to a management company and a promotion company. You're undefeated. What's the outlook, man? What's the game plan? How you see this? How you see the next couple of years playing out for you?
Man, I just want to keep moving forward, man. I mean, continue doing what I'm doing with the boxing game. Eventually get to that level where I'm 100% boxing. I'm training full time, and that's what my main focus is I'm gonna get to that level, and I'm gonna continue winning these fights so I can get there. You know, I mean, everything else will fall into place on its own, God willing.
How far up do you want to get in, where do you see yourself settling in at as far as weight? What division?
Oh, well, I'm going to fight for 130. 130 is going to be my division, man. I mean,
what do you think about that division right now?
I'm coming for everybody at the division, man.
It's a hot.
Once I'm done with 130, I'm going to 135, you know. Just keep going forward.
I can hear y'all. Must have lost a little connection.
Who do you like at 130 right now? Who do you think dominating?
Well, I know Shakur's up there.
Yeah. Have you been able to work with him since he's in Houston a lot?
Oh, but I mean, I do spar the people he does. For example, I sparred him a couple rounds. I mean, like I said, man, I can't be sparring these small guys. I got to fight people who are fighting at 140, 147. For example, like champs ago, man, I had to spar Regis to get ready for my next fight. So,
D. Regis is a bad boy. How'd that go?
And I'm telling you, that's probably one of the best friends I have out here in Houston, which it's hard to get him, you know, it's hard to get in contact with him now.
I moved around with Regis the other day. It felt like 12 rounds. I think it was just the last 30 seconds of the round that I.
Yeah.
What happened with?
For example, like even Breon, he's a 140 pounder, and I move around with him too. You know.
Let's see. So 130, man, but 130 is loaded. You got Leo Santa Cruz in there. You got Forrest out of there. Shakur.
Oscar Valdez moved up to 132, right?
Martinez, Oscar, who?
Valdez.
Oh, Valdez.
Or he's 120. I don't know.
I'm not sure. So how many more fights you want to get under your belt before you start calling out some of these guys at 130?
Man, it all depends.
Oscar Valdez is number 2. Yeah.
It all depends on my management. My coaches, they make those decisions. I mean, I'm here to fight, and I'll fight whoever steps in that ring with me.
My fault, guys. I could hear y'all.
I don't really in that ring. I'll fight whoever. I can
hear y'all talk about Shakur and Regis and all that. I guess y'all couldn't hear me.
Nah.
My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, that 130-pound division is boxing stacked,
yes,
but
sir.
that division there is stacked. But the beautiful thing is that you're in a city where you get that world class work. You know, you can get there's the spar. Hell, some of the top guys is here. So you get to spar, like you said, with the same guys and hopefully get in that, you know, if it's conducive to what you're trying to do, you know, getting in the ring with Shakur, getting in the ring with all these guys, that can happen, you know. You don't always want to be in the ring with a guy that has a title because you're hoping to fight him, but you know, getting in the ring with guys who work with him, same thing, you know.
People weighing around the same weight class, a lot of them don't want to spar you because the same reason, they know you're in the same weight class. And so at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't matter to me because, like I said, I'm sparring guys.
It's a fight.
Yeah, right. I'm sparring big guys, and whoever steps, fight regardless.
You know, getting a lot of work in out in California, and I already think I already know the answer to this question. Where did you get the best work, out in Cali or out here in Texas?
In California, man.
Yeah.
You know, it has the best fight. There's some of the best fighters out there. So, yeah, I was getting work with Mikey Garcia. I was getting work with Brandon Rios. I was.
Okay. Yeah.
Joseph Dorno. Everybody 130. Eric De Leon. Who else is out there? We got Brian Lua. It's it's some good fighters out there, man. That were with me in the amateurs as well.
What's going on with Mikey? Is he going to stay at 147 or he's coming back down?
I'm not sure. I really hope he comes back down because he looks like he's struggling up in those big weight classes.
A lot of times guys that are great fighters, like I'm a huge Mikey guy, right? Been a huge Mikey guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times guys are so skilled, right? And have the experience in the gyms with top guys and shit, that they can perform above where they're supposed to be, right? But then they run into where the size does make the difference. And now you're kind of caught because you're like, I could whoop 47s. Yeah. But Earl, I had to not take a chance on getting whooped, so I would like to see Mikey go back. I mean, I don't know how low, but he's proven that he could beat top 47s or bigger guys, but that upper, when you start fucking with Bud and Earl and all them and they giving you problems, you don't
even once you get in there with a guy that's bigger, man, you automatically like, oh shit, this guy's.
You really figure out why there's weight classes, right? Yeah. You really figure that shit out. But most guys, especially gym guys, PORKCHOP, and you could probably attest to this. A lot of guys who give you the greatest work in the gyms, for camps and shit. Well, they not fighting at their real weight anyway. They bigger, but they not really bigger. If they was contenders and shit.
Yes.
You get in there with a top guy who's fighting that weight class that you're actually not supposed to be at. You recognize it immediately.
Oh.
We're in. That's where I'm at now. We're in camp with Jared Hurd, right? We've been in camp with him 2 months now. Jared Hurd is a big motherfucker, man. And the thing is, he makes 54, and he's gonna make 54. Quentin is a long, lanky welterweight, right? Mm-hmm. He can't fight Jared Hurd at 175, 180 pounds like he does these guys who come in the gym that's 165, 170 pounds, but they really not. If they got in shape, they would be 54s, right? Yes. So you know immediately when you get in there with a guy and he's touching your body and shit, you're like, uh-oh. And I think that's what happened with Mikey, because I'm such a Mikey guy and I was rooting for him. I didn't pick him against Earl, but I was this close to picking him. And I said, man, I really think Earl's he's that big and fucking strong, man. It's going to be the difference. And I think that's what made the difference. And Mikey seen it real quick because he bit down in that second or third round. I forget what round it was. Mikey said, fuck this. I need to just go. And he went. And he didn't. It didn't make no right. So he said, "All right, I'm just not gonna let this motherfucker hurt me." Yeah. That's what I seen anyway. But
so effective, You start
right.
But a lot of that had to be a lot of that was the credit to Earl Spence, because we seen him do the same thing to Danny Garcia. Mm-hmm. I mean, Danny couldn't fucking
couldn't handle.
Wasn't effective.
Well, yeah. The feather in Mikey's cap is this, and nobody talks about this. Because fucking nobody knows. The feather in the cap of Mikey is that Earl Spence got ready to box. He didn't think he was gonna walk through Mikey, so he stuck to his boxing. Yeah. So Mikey should say, to himself, that motherfucker knows I'm the real deal, and he got ready for the real deal, and he boxed. So he beat me. Let me bring my monkey ass back to 40, where I could back these boys up. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah,
I could be wrong,
but he's keep lingering around at 147, saying he wants to fight there.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Feels good at that weight, then go all for it, man. I mean, it's your life, right?
Right? Because what the business part that nobody sees is this: once you make it to the money fights, and you know what I mean, PORKCHOP, the money fights, the life-changing fights.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's hard.
Man, I'm not gonna give you. You can't make $3 million on this one, but we'll pay you, $755,000. Wait a fucking minute. I need that $3 million, man. I need to get back up there. So that's when management matters. That's when people like Cameron Duncan weaves you through the fucking spots. You know what I'm saying? To get that best money for you. But so he's really in a catch-22. You know, I don't know what he made against Earl, but I imagine it was a lot. They fought in Cowboy Stadium and shit. I imagine he don't need a fight. So it's hard to get him. It's hard to get him to get excited about fighting a guy, you know, that's going, like I said, you know, $500,000, $750,000. You know, what the fuck am I doing here, man? I just fought for whatever, you know. And that's the business side of the game. I think that people don't really see, especially fans, because fans think of boxers like teams, and it's not. It's nothing like that. So he
made $3 million on that fight.
See what I'm saying? So it's like Porkchop's gonna build his fan base, right? And he's got me, right? Well, I'm different. I'm in boxing, so I know different shit. But a fan will jump on Porkchop and be like, Porkchop's the fucking man, I'm riding with him, right? So as a fan, he starts mapping out Porkchop's career in his mind. He's like, we need to fight this guy, this guy, this guy. He has no fucking clue that this guy ain't worth fighting because I can make the money with this guy. Yeah. And this, you know, they don't think like that. They think like, you know, like a 16-game season. Well, we got to fight this guy, this guy, this guy. No, bro, that shit don't work like this. This is contract work.
Fights that aren't even, for example, like you got Devin Haney, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Teofimo Lopez. Everybody wants them to fight because, I mean, they're the top dogs. But at the end of the day, they're gonna. Well, they got to
shuffle them cards and figure out how to play the cards. Right, exactly.
That's a very good point, and I wanted to bring that up with this guy Ryan Garcia. There was all that talk that he wanted to, you know, make this Tank fight, and all of a sudden last week Ryan's talking about passing that up because he wants to make this huge fight, and speculations have been that it's Pacquiao. So my question is this: one, do we really want to see a Ryan Garcia Pacquiao fight? And two,
Pacquiao, he might be old and shit, but man, Pacquiao, I don't know.
Would he beat him?
Ryan Garcia don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. He's looking at that Pac-Man check.
Exactly.
See, he's not a 47, but he'll take a Pac-Man fight thinking he can win.
And take the loss? Do you think you actually think he's going to win? I mean, do you think that Ryan Garcia believes he can beat Manny Pacquiao?
Nah.
Yeah, man. Ryan Garcia ain't afraid of these dudes. He's a young kid. He don't know no better. He'll know when he gets in there.
It's not a matter of being afraid. I ain't afraid of death, but I know that's going to come one day.
You afraid of death? You afraid of death? I'm afraid of death too, motherfucker. You never been in a life and death situation.
Oh shit!
No, but
I see this much on a check. I'm gonna go in there and do.
Well, that's what I mean by it. Not does he dream about a Pac-Man fight and I'll beat him? No.
Yeah.
Bro, those commas and zeros, man, all of a sudden make you feel like you can beat anybody. Now, once you get in the ring, that's something different. But what is Ryan, Porkchop? 35? He's a 35-pounder?
35, yeah. Or 30, no? 130.
Yeah, I think he's 130.
Okay, he's 130. So he's plenty big enough for Pac-Man size-wise, but he's not boxing-wise. He's a 130. There's too much money on the table down there at 130 with all those elite guys that he needs to get navigated through. And here's the thing. When they was talking that Tank shit, to me, regardless if you think Ryan wins or Tank wins, from a coach's standpoint, and let me put my manager's hat on. Do we fight Tank out of all the three? No, you don't.
No,
that's silly. You fight the guy who don't knock nobody out if you're going to fight one of them. And then if you get past him, then you go get Tank. And then hopefully if you could beat him, T.O. fucking finishes making the money he deserves because they kind of got him with that fight. And then y'all figure that out. But skipping all that to go fight a Pac-Man fight, that just helps Pac-Man if you're a little guy like that and he's trying to make some money. I don't know, but I didn't think the Tank fight made sense, even though they're in the same division and all that. But like, if you Ryan Garcia, and I'm not the Garcia guy, believe me, but if I'm Garcia's management and you got Haney, Tank, and T.O., who do you take first? I don't think you fight the guy who fought the better fighter who was getting beat, in my opinion. And then he dropped the bomb on Leo. He dropped the bomb on him, but Leo was giving him all the fits in the world like I figured he would. till he clipped him. So you don't put your young boy who just got up off the deck in there with a puncher, even though he probably could win, but you don't do that. You go get Haney and let Haney throw them combinations, but he ain't gonna hurt it. That to me that makes more sense.
I don't think that conversation should be even held yet. I don't think Ryan, when it comes to those three fighters, I think Ryan needs to have a couple more fights beneath him before. I mean, under his belt before he starts fighting.
Oh, but here's the problem.
How are you gonna go
already? He's a star already.
So how old is he? How old is he?
Who?
You got to be. Yeah, you got to.
About your age, Porkchop? About your age?
20. Yeah, I fought all of them in amateurs, other than Teofimo.
What you think Ryan Garcia should do?
He's 22. He's 22.
22.
What should Ryan Garcia do, Porkchop?
Shoot, just go for the money, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you got to stay safe, man. You got to make.
But do you go for the long money or do you go for the quick money?
I'm gonna go for quick money.
Especially if I never heard nothing about that Pac-Man thing, but if it's a Pac-Man thing, that's the quick big money, right? You gonna go fucking. That's everybody wants that. Mikey wants that. Everybody wants that.
But he's talking about retiring early at an age, you know. So that's his mentality is getting quick money because he's already talking about retirement.
Who, Garcia?
Yeah, he had mentioned something about retiring it at an age like 26 or something because he says a lot of stuff about he doesn't like violence in the world and
excuse me.
I think whoever talked up a Pac-Man fight, that's silly anyway. Pac-Man ain't finna fight 130 pounder. You can't.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
you can't hardly sell that. But what you can sell.
At the end of the day, I think all these people, man, they're fantasizing on crazy shit. You know, like me, I'm more realistic and. I'm
gonna tell you something, man. You in the division, you show up and show out. You in the division, getting the calls real easy. You know, 15 fights, 14 fights, you get the call. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they need somebody for Garcia. They need somebody for Tank Haney, whoever. You ready? And it's go time. You know.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm ready. I'm ready now. I just haven't had that opportunity to. You know, show my skills and to show everybody that I can do it.
Don't get too far away from your Wi-Fi.
I just need that door to be open, which is going to be this fight. I'm sure everybody's going to watch it on Showtime and realize that I'm the real deal.
Not to, because no fighter needs no more pressure, of course. But there's an opportunity, man. You show up and put this fucking guy away, man. You already know how valuable that is on Showtime. So. You're always 2-3 fights away from, getting the fucking call. Look at the game has changed, man. You used to need 25, 30 fights to get a shot. Guys are fucking title fights at 13 fights, 14 fights, and it's up to the guys and their coaches to be ready for that, and you're in a stacked division. Guess what? If it's 3-4 top guys, that's 3-4 top people that need fights, right? And correct. So you come in there and stick a stick in the fucking spokes. You know what I'm saying? And disrupt some shit. And just like that overnight, you become a Banana Rosario or one of these guys who wasn't supposed to win, and then he goes in there and beats some motherfucker's ass. Now he's the man. So that's what's great about being in a stacked division. And believe me, as they opening up boxing, even if they calling it, half crowds or whatever, they getting crowds again. They opening it up. They gonna need fights. All these guys got to perform. All of them. Yeah, all of them got to perform.
I know for a fact. Like everybody around the world that's fighting now knows my name. I mean, I've fought them before. I'll throw out names that I've fought before. Virgil Ortiz. I fought Ryan Garcia. I fought Devin Haney. I fought. It's the top dogs.
All of them
are on different weight classes, different divisions, and they know my name because I gave them a hell of a fight, and I beat some of these guys too in the amateurs. And
that's a story to tell. That's how you sell a fight. Everybody wants to know. Hey, Porkchop fought these boys in the amateurs too. He's right there. Okay, they got the gas. Somebody put him out there. Here he comes. Let's go. That's what I'm saying, man.
Impress me, man. I mean, I know what they got, and I know how hard they hit, and it's nothing impressive.
How would you rank those guys, Porkchop? Those top three. I guess you got to say Lomachenko's in there too. So how would you rank those four guys? Loma, T.O., Tank and Haney, how would you rank them? Best to number one down.
Man, the way I see it is Delfimo, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and then you got the Lomachenko right now. Come in, he's I don't know, he's good and all, but I think that loss that he had versus Delfimo kind of messed with him.
Yeah, because he's publicly making excuses and shit. That's embarrassing, man.
I still got him number 2. I got Timofimo. I got Lomo number 2. I got Tank at number 3 and Haney number 4.
Had you fought Haney?
Yes, I lost a split decision, man. But this was when I had 30 fights. I was barely going into national tournaments at the time, and I was already fighting these guys that were ranked number 1 in the world for I don't know how many years.
How many about how many amateur bouts you had?
Man, I had about 110 amateur bouts. And
okay.
Yes.
That's yeah, man, you right here on the cusp, man. You get these opportunities, you got to show out and show up and get thrown in that mix. Like I'm saying, anytime there's a deep division and there's that many people that can sell fights and people are paying attention, somebody's got to fight them, especially when they bickering about who fights who and shit. They got to fight in the meantime. And that's where you come into it. And that's the part about boxing that people love and it does happen is one fight changes every fucking thing, man. If these fucking people fuck up and let you in the ring with them and you ready and you know what you're doing, you go there, you change the whole world, bro, overnight. And that's the beautiful thing about boxing. And a guy like you who knows you know, well, shit, I know you're on this level, right? It's just about performing. So you get in there and you show out and show up and make a name, you get right in there. Boom, you're right in the mix. And one of those guys say to themselves, well, a lot of times people talk about this, we building this shit up, right? Which is fucking insane. When motherfuckers the guy, you already know he's the guy and he's the next guy fight. Yeah. But why they saying that, a lot of times they allow guys to come in and disrupt that thing. You know what I'm saying? On a grander scale, look what AJ did with Ruiz. Thinking he's taking a light touch and got fucking slept. So that shit happens, man. And you just got to be prepared. You can't be sleeping. And it's hard to keep guys, it's hard to keep y'all kids interested and on it. Guess what? I don't care what this guy's name is on February, whatever. I don't care what the fuck his name is. He's one cog in the wheel. You got to get him out of there. We got to get him out of there, go to the next thing.
Yeah, so that's my mentality. I mean, that's always been my mentality. It's like, I don't give a damn who's in that ring. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm working hard, and I'm going to go in there, and I got heart, and I can fight. That's all I know and that's what I'm going to do.
Hey, so you've been in the ring with Haney and Ryan Garcia. You get the call. Next week.
Ryan Garcia, man, it was a crazy story, man. When I was in the amateurs, I actually got disqualified in that fight because I cussed out the referee.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I ended up hitting him with a body shot, right? And he goes down because I know it was a body shot. I have it on video and everything. I caught him with a body shot. He goes down and he grabs his cup. So they start counting, saying it was a low blow, and I get pissed off, and I'm like, man, fuck you. I start telling the referee, and the referee just starts. I'm like, man. So I take off my gloves and I just walk out the tournament.
Yeah, that was a veteran move, man. That was a veteran move by Garcia, man. Shit, he said, shit, man. He been a nut.
Yeah. If you get the call to fight him, what? How do you beat him? How do you beat Ryan Garcia? Where's his flaw in a fight against you?
Man, I know he stands up real tall with his chin way up high. Doing it on them wild ass hooks. Nah, just kidding.
That's what I saw too.
My style is just to come forward, man, and just a lot of movement and my punch count. That's how I know I'm going to beat him, is throwing a lot of punches, because I mean, all he's going to be doing is running around that ring trying to box me.
You have a very I don't know if everybody sees it like I do, but you have a very deceptive defensive ability. In other words, motherfucker might think you getting hit, but you're really not. I noticed that right off. You know how to roll shots and roll shots, catch shots, block shots, and still be there for the counter which is a very, very, very fucking important fucking thing, man.
My coach doesn't like that, man. He doesn't like me catching shots or staying there and taking them shots, man. They're not hurting me at all, but he always tells me, man, you got to get off that habit and start rolling your waist, you know. So,
well, every you know, I'm the same way. If my fucking gig is in sparring, if he gets hit, I count him. That's one, motherfucker. No more. You know, I don't want nobody getting hit either, because I don't care how tough a guy is. Your lights can get turned out when you don't see it. When you don't see it, that's the one that catches bloop, and you don't even. You know, they picking you up off the ground. You're like, what the fuck, man? You know, and you can be tough. It don't got shit to do with it. It's not seeing. That's why it's called, you know, whiplash in the car. You didn't see that car coming. It jets your fucking head and your brain shakes. Yeah.
His point was those 8-ounce gloves, man. It's hard to 8-ounce gloves. You know. It's
man.
Going through everything.
Yeah, man. Right on the fucking button.
So
and one shot changes everything.
What would be a tougher fight for you, Garcia or Haney? Who would you rather see? Haney?
Yeah, Haney would be a tough fight. His punch count's real high, and he can box, man. He knows how to fight.
He throws a lot of punches.
I'll throw it down with him, man. He'll be a good fight.
He said, send me the contract. I sign right now.
Yes, sir. I'll sign it online if I have to.
There you go.
Pound for pound, Pork Chop, right now. Top 5 pound for pound in the sport. Who you got?
Man, Canelo, for sure. That's got to be number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yep.
Delfimo's up there right now, too, man. I love the way he fights, and I love his style.
I love fucking T.O., man. I love that kid, too, man. I can't lie to you.
Crawford. And then, who else? Crawford. It's a different weight classes, but man, those are.
Yeah, we doing pound for pound for pound. It don't matter.
Errol Spence is up there. Then you have
number 5. Who you got?
I got Wilder.
Oh shit!
You think? Hey, so you think Wilder's gonna bounce back or what?
Man, he might. It just depends how his training camp is. You know
what?
It all depends on the boxer's mentality. You know because there's guys that lose, man, and they just give up on everything. They
no longer believe, right? They no longer believe.
That's
no matter what they mouth say, right? I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, he still got that kryptonite in his hand, but he gotta stand there and chunk it while he's getting hit and see if it's different now. You know.
Where are we at?
I'm gonna watch. If he fights again, I'm gonna watch. See what happens.
Watch that fight tonight with Conor McGregor too. I'm gonna watch it tonight. He got Conor.
Oh, that's that MMA fight, right? Yeah. Conor McGregor and I don't know them guys. I don't know the guy, but is it a guy he fought before?
Yeah, this is the
second.
How did the first one go?
I don't remember, man. My brother
won the first one.
My brother-in-law is real into UFC, so he got me watching those fights. You know, I got him training me too as well, and my brother-in-law he's on my ass. That's the only reason I'm in right now.
McGregor knocked him out in less than 2 minutes the first time. So we'll see what happens this time.
Man, I was watching his weigh-ins, man. Crazy. I'm gonna start doing that in my weigh-ins.
There you go.
Yeah, he's selling that shit, man. You know, I was a Conor McGregor. Well, I'm Irish, so I'm a root for the Irishman, but I was a Conor McGregor fan all the way until that Khabib fight. And I don't know shit. I don't know shit about MMA, right?
Yeah, me.
But
either,
I got friends. Yeah, I got friends, and it's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So about 3 years before the Conor McGregor fight and Khabib, my buddy, we would go watch the MMA. And so I'm seeing the Khabib guy come with the big afro hat and shit. And I'm going, this is a bad motherfucker, man. He grabs people and he just, he wrestles them to the ground and shit. He don't let them hit him. And so by accident, by going to watch Conor McGregor, I'm seeing Khabib fight, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going, I know, because you hear it on the MMA shows where they saying this guy can box and shit. Then he can't box. Motherfucker can't box a Christmas gift. But to them, that's they boxing, right? So Conor McGregor's supposed to be this great boxer, right? And I'm going, Well, how is he gonna stop Khabib from grabbing him around the legs, right, and flipping him and jumping on him and choking? I said, I don't see he don't really have no defense for how Khabib comes at it, you know, because a lot of guys come at him and he can move and shit and boom, make him pay. But Khabib, he gets you, man. He sucks you in and starts rapping. I said, so I'm rooting for Conor McGregor, of course. I said, but I told my buddy, I said, man, I think Khabib's gonna get him, man. And sure enough, he got him. But hell, I was like, man, that choke wasn't even around his throat, man, when he went to tapping out. I said, man, all that big wolf chicken shit. I said, man, you making me fuck up. I almost threw my flag down and shit. I was like, this motherfucker, man. But a buddy of mine said that's a certain kind of lock or something. Like maybe it did was hurting him or something. I don't know. But I tell you, man, I really think Conor is a salesman. I think he's a character.
He's a showman. It's all a show.
Yeah, it ain't all that badass shit like he's saying. He'll fight. He ain't gonna punk out, but when that shit gets bad, he quits. He taps out like a motherfucker, just like everybody. So I love it, but once I see that, it's like in our sport, pork chop.
Yeah.
Once a guy quits on his stool, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like
he's done. Yeah.
Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. Now I can't put my faith in you. Not that a fighter, like to me, the corner should stop it. When your fighter's getting to the point where he's gonna quit, your coach should know that, so he should have done fucking stopped and saved you. But you know, once you quit on that stool, man, it's like this big British kid, right? Who fought Slowpoke Joe. So we fought that night when Robert won his title. I said, man, I've been watching Slowpoke. He can box. That dude can fight, man. I said he's so fucking slow, but he takes it. He got good whiskers. He sees it coming. So he gets hit. I said, but this young boy, this young powerful kid, I was talking to Bobby and them, and they was telling me how strong Joyce was and this, that, and the third. I said, but I don't see the boxing there. That's just me. I don't see the boxing there. And if he don't catch Slowpoke with something early, that boy's gonna get his ass whooped. And so we laughing. And as the fight's going, I'm seeing Joyce ain't having no problem with his power, and he's getting that jab going. And then I seen two rounds before Joyce quit. As Robert Redmond, I'm sitting there with Robert Redmond. I said, that boy's about to quit, man. And they was looking at me like you crazy. I said, watch. And sure enough, he took one and went down. Yeah. And I know they say his face broke. That's the big thing now. Your face broke. Whenever you quit, your face broke. I'm surprised Wilder's face wasn't broke at the end of the fight. But this is the thing. How you come back from that? That boy, because he got beat into submission. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get.
He got beat into submission. Yeah. I'm not saying that his eye didn't break. Maybe it did. But I've seen fighters get their fucking fractured cheekbone and keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. And I'm not saying you should keep going. Matter of fact, if I know your face is broke, I'm gonna stop the fight.
Yeah, stop it.
But his eye was open. That eye wasn't closed. His eye was open, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, like my last fight, man. I was in the ring about the seventh round. I hit with the straight right. I could tell in his eyes he wanted to quit. You know, I saw it right away.
I seen it. You just had to finish convincing him.
I started going for the kill. You know, I started hitting him more and more, and then I kept seeing him turn to his corner to see if the corner wanted to stop it. You know, he was begging for them to stop it, but I guess he didn't want to quit on his own. He was just expecting the corner to do it. So
I noticed what you did, and then I noticed exactly what you're talking about. Yes, and I still thought, and maybe I'm trying to remember. I still thought we kind of left him off the hook in that last round, even though I thought we won it. We let him off the hook to where he would finish the fight. A little bit more pressure, I think he would have took the fucking knee too. I seen the same thing you see.
For a fact, if I were even to get a rematch with him, or if he wants to fight me ever again, man, I'm gonna take him out. For a fact, I know I'm gonna take him out. He don't want to do that mistake ever again. Go back in that ring with me.
No, he ain't gonna fight you for what? Why I'm gonna do that shit? Yeah. But again, you learn something, you show improve, you perform. Motherfucker see you had a little trouble, and then you came back and you made the adjustments and won the fight, man. So Now you get another shot against another guy, and you make a big splash, bro. I'm excited to watch the fight. I'm excited to see what happens next, man.
There's no
and we
excuse. Like I said, no excuses. I admit to like even realizing that I was not in the best shape. You know, I mean, it was my fault. I take the blame for it. I didn't train hard, whatever. But this fight is a totally different story. Now I'm 100% and feeling better.
absolutely.
Y'all make sure
with my family. You know, it's all working out good, man.
it's a good place to be at.
Yes, sir. I mean,
well, y'all.
Nothing better than being around your family, them supporting you on your boxing career, and
yes.
Go forward.
It's a team effort in boxing. I mean, it doesn't get said enough, but it really is a team effort from the wife to your parents.
I got my wife working. She's cooking me up some great meals for dieting.
Right.
Helping me out, man. Supporting me and doing everything she can in her power, watching the baby and stuff, so I can do what I got to do.
That's the hard part.
Yes.
You definitely the guy taking the punches and giving the punches, but it's still a team effort from your trainers to your family to everything. You know, a guy. I don't care if he looks like $1 million. If he's fucked up at home, it's gonna show. It's gonna show in the ring, man. You know, all those things are gonna show, man, and it'll show in training. You know, a lot of times you be like, why this guy ain't giving me everything? Because he's at home and he's got problems at home, got problems at the family, problems at the job. All those things make a difference, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, y'all make sure you stay tuned. It's going to be Wednesday, February 17th, 2021 in Connecticut, USA, at the the Mohegan Sun Casino. It's going to be on Showtime, and
that's a great venue too. Are they having a audience, or you don't know? Is it the bubble? Or?
Probably going to be a closed event.
It's a bubble. Okay. There's no problem. Good. Even more comfortable. It's like a sparring session that you just get to beat up the other guy.
Yeah.
Again, you know, and we done had, man, we try to get everybody on the show, and I've been wanting to reach out to you. I reached out to, of course, Rudy been on a couple of times. We had Brayon on, but I've been wanting to reach out to you, man. I'm glad I did, because you're trying to tell you, I'm a big fucking fan, bro. I'm rooting for you. Next fight, let's do another podcast. Anything you got coming up, bro. Let's do it. Do a podcast, put it out there, man.
Send me a message and I'm available, man. I'm willing to talk to y'all, whatever y'all want to ask me, you know?
That's what's up. Where can everyone find you at? On Instagram, Facebook? What's your thing?
Pork Chop. You got Pork Chop 214. If not, just my name is Alejandro Guerrero. Y'all can search me up like that, man. It's
That's what's up. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, man. Good luck on this fight. We know you're gonna kick ass, and we can't wait to have you back on the show. You got any last words, D?
Oh man, y'all watch this guy. If you enjoy action fights, this is the guy to watch, man. I don't care if it's in sparring or in the fights. This guy's gonna give it all to you, man. I enjoy the shit out of it. He's got something to sell, even though he's just being him. His style of boxing, man, is entertaining as shit, man. I really enjoy it, man. And that ain't no the kid can fight, man. There ain't no shot. I ain't saying like, oh, he's a slugger. No, this motherfucker can fight, man. But it's very entertaining, man.
If I know I'm doing too good, I'll get caught with a shot here and there, you know.
Absolutely, bro.
I asked Derek that the other day. I said, is it a good idea to go in there and get hit a couple times just to Derek looked at me and said,
What I said?
He said, that's never a good idea.
Yeah, don't never do that.
All right, y'all.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, y'all.
All right, my man.
Stay up. We'll see y'all next week, man. That's a wrap.
Go on.
Hey guys, this is Coach Derek. I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Pueblo Boxing. Y'all be sure to check out Pueblo Boxing. They have unique and high quality boxing gear and novelty gifts. You can find the gear at soloboxing.com. That's SOLO boxing.com. Check it out, man. They do quality work.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment is here. The main event of the evening. I'm Jeremiah Gallegos, your world-class ring announcer, to introduce Boxing Podcast. And now, to introduce your host, Derek, a.k.a. Coach. And across the ring, introducing Matty Fresh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's golden time. Time to tune in